I've been collecting quite a bit of trash these past weeks. Well, skincare and beauty trash to be precise. So I thought it is time for another Empties video. In case you don't know me yet, hi, my name is Ulrike. I'm a key beauty and skincare content creator and just general skincare enthusiast. Super happy to have you with me today for this video and for my trash. Let's just start with the body care, and let's start with this whopper of a product, which is not K-Beauty. This is French pharmacy, and it is the Bioderma Atoderm shower oil. This only has the French, where is it? Ultra nourishing anti-irritation cleansing oil. That's the English name. I bought this in France, actually. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I actually live super close to the French border. So I usually do my French pharmacy shopping in France because it's cheaper. Haven't been there in a while though because of all the pandemic and now bedbug situation. I'm kind of scared to go. So this I bought actually a long time ago, and it took me quite a while to finish it. This is probably the best shower oil and dry skinned or irritated skin product that I know. There's really nothing bad I could ever say about the Bioderma shower oil. I do think I will probably repurchase it. I'm planning to go to France again soon. You can also get this outside of France. It's just super cheap. This one cost me 12 euros. I distinctly remember this. And it's a 1 liter bottle. So this was an absolute steal. It's usually more expensive. I think in Germany it's around maybe 20 euros for the big bottle. And this just is so gentle, low irritant for sure. And it makes skin just super soft. And I get keratosis pilaris quite a lot, especially in summer. And this really helped, not to completely make it disappear, but it certainly helped soften it quite a bit. So I'm an absolute fan of this product, the Atoderm shower oil. They also have a gel. I've never tried it. But the shower oil, if you really want your skin to be super moisturized, and if you have easily irritated skin, this is the absolute best. 100% can recommend this. Everything Bioderma does, to me, they are actually the best French pharmacy brand. I would say I prefer them to La Roche-Posay, which might be controversial, I don't know, but I feel they're so much better. They just don't do as much influencer corporations. I think that's why they aren't as hyped. So yeah, I love them and I love this product. And more, I told you, more body care is coming. Yeah, let's do this one, which you have seen on this channel before. I'm pretty sure I've raved about this before. And it is the, it's only on here in Hangul, which I can't read. So I have to cite this from memory. I think it's called Round Lab A-Cica, either Cica Pine or A-Cica, the body wash. I'll just put the names over here, the full name. I'm not going to stop the video now to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a Round Lab A-Cica soothing, I think it's called body wash. This I also absolutely loved. In fact, one of the reasons why the Bioderma one took a bit of time to finish these past months is because I mostly used this throughout the summer, pretty much exclusively, even though I do have so many other shower gels on my shelf. During summer, this was just so nice. I've already raved about it, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but to me, this was very gentle, surprisingly moisturizing, even though it's mostly made for more oily skin because it's supposed to help with body acne. I don't get really that much body acne, a little bit in the back from my hair, I think. I don't know if it will help the body acne to disappear, but overall, I do think it's just a very gentle and very thoroughly cleansing, moisturizing body wash that I also found just so refreshing. It smells kind of citrusy. It doesn't really smell like pine. It mostly smells like citrus. And for hotter weather, for more humid weather, This is just fantastic. I probably won't repurchase it at the moment because we're going into winter, and I'm more into cozy scents during winter and more sort of richer textures. But for summer, I would absolutely repurchase this. It's beautiful, especially for oily to normal skin. I can see why this is so popular in Korea as well. I really like the Round Lab Pine series. Everything I've tried so far from that series. The ampoule is fantastic. The toner is wonderful. The lotion is fantastic. And this is really, really good as well. Another definite recommendation. All right, this next one is also Korean. And I feel it's a product that not that many people know about. I already showed you the body lotion, which I really loved in fact. And this is the body wash from the same brand called LACTO-DERM or LACTO-DERM. I have a tendency to sometimes pronounce things the way Germans would. So LACTO-DERM. This is the Beneficial Moisturizing Wash. Face and body wash for dry, irritated skin. This one was okay. It is not as good as the body lotion. The body lotion, fantastic. This is kind of, I would say, average. An average to a point where I don't think it's worth purchasing if you don't live in Korea. If you're in Korea, this is a really good sensitive skin friendly moisturizing body wash. It is fragrance free, alcohol free. It smells kind of like sour milk, so it's not a very exciting sort of product to use, but it does the job. But there is also not that much more to say about it. I didn't find it super moisturizing compared to, in fact, the Round Lab one. It's just a very mid but not bad body wash. I would not repurchase it because I just found it a bit boring. And again, I don't think it would be worth purchasing outside of Korea to import it from somewhere, because you can find similar things probably wherever you live. But if you're in Korea and you have sensitive skin, it's a good one to get if you're very reactive, because there's really not much in there that could irritate your skin. Again, not bad, just it's a bit boring overall. And one more body product, I think that's all the body products, is this one. This here from Derma B. This is also a Korean brand. It's the Daily Moisture Body Oil. I bought this predominantly because I saw that it was really, really popular on the Global Olive Young website. And it seemed to kind of be a steady seller. So I've just seen it constantly being in the top 5 of the most purchased body care products on the global website for, I want to say, 2 years or so. So it's been kind of on my radar for a while. And since I still try out a lot of body products from Korea, because I feel not many people talk about them, I thought, you know what, I should really get this. For a while, I always felt it was too expensive because it costs like $20 or $22 full price, which I think is a bit much for this. But then it was on special and I just got it. It's okay. This is also not a product I think I would repurchase. I'm in two minds about it because I do kind of understand why it's popular, because it is a very nice to use product. For a body oil, it really is very sort of silky and very liquid, so it doesn't feel sticky. It sinks into skin very easily. Again, for a body oil, you still will have a bit of a film, but that's just what happens when you use body oils. But it doesn't have that heaviness that a lot of body oils have. It's more like a French dry oil, if you know those types of French pharmacy oils that you can spray on and that also very easily sink into the body. It's kind of comparable to that. The thing that irritated me about it was mostly the smell. It just has a really perfumey, sort of cheap, sort of drugstore perfume kind of smell that I really disliked. Really, whenever I used it, I just felt, ugh, this is not a wellness sort of nice, pleasant. I feel great about this experience. So I really struggled to use it up because I just didn't feel great using it. And for that, the effect on the skin wasn't better than other body oils I've tried. And add to that, that unless it's on sale, I really do find it very pricey. Altogether, I just don't think it's worth repurchasing. All right, let's go to hair care, and let's go to this one first. Oh, there's a hair on it. Oh my God. The state of my empties is always a bit embarrassing. Okay, anyway, I've used it up and it was in the shower, so yeah. And it's a hair product. So this is the EPUNOL Scalp Mineral Salt Scaler, which looks like this. There's another hair here. I'm so sorry. Also more of a flop product, I want to say. The reason I bought this is because it won, I think, the Powder Room Award in 2022, I believe. And I saw that it had won the award for like best scalp product. And I thought, my scalp always needs a bit of extra help because I easily get like dryness and flakiness. I might as well try this if it's so popular in Korea. I just really don't. It took me a while to finish it because I didn't really like the experience of using it. So basically the way it works is you use it like a shampoo, but because it has salt grains in it, you kind of use it like a scalp scrub. So you have to rub it into your scalp, and then it has to sit there for around 2 minutes, and then you wash it off, and you use it instead of a shampoo, like once a week basically, or once a month, however much scalp care you need. The reason that I really didn't like it is, number one, while it sits on the hair, it kind of, the product kind of with the salt in it kind of runs down your face very easily, and then it kind of gets into your eyes very, very easily, and it stings so badly. It just makes my eyes go really red, and it's a bit of a mess and not a very enjoyable experience. That's the number one thing I really disliked about it. And then I really didn't think it did such a great job as a scalp scaler. What it does do quite well is work as a sort of a clarifying shampoo, basically. This it does very well, but you can find better and more accessible clarifying shampoos in your own country, so it's not a reason to order this from Korea. And as a scalp product, I didn't really see much of an effect compared to other scalp-friendly products I've tried from Korea lately, especially the Aromatica Rosemary shampoo, which I think is just an overall better and less sort of complicated, gimmicky product. So this I definitely would not repurchase. It's quite pricey as well because there's not much in it. Did not impress me. Not a fan. What I am a fan of is this one, which is the Longtake. Oh, here it is. Very dented, very clearly used up, already repurchased. It is the Longtake Sandalwood Intensive Treatment. This has also won an award, I believe the Olive Young one, maybe for last year. Usually most of the products I buy because they've won some award or they're viral somewhere. So I always think I should really review this. This I bought as a set together with the hair oil. The hair oil I don't like as much. This I absolutely love. It's so, so good. Now my hair tends to be easily overwhelmed by especially intense hair treatments. My hair just gets kind of, it looks almost greasy. It might be protein overload, or it might be just because, it's weird because my hair is actually quite thick, but it cannot tolerate too much nourishment. I don't do well with too much oiliness, with too much, again, protein. It's always a bit of a struggle to find a hair treatment that on the one hand really helps to nourish my, again, actually very thick and easily sort of frizzy hair. The heavy treatments tend to rather ruin my hair. This does not. This is perfect for my hair. It has a really beautiful creaminess, and I could tell the first time I used it when I worked it into my hair that it doesn't sit on the hair as much as other thicker treatments tend to do. It really kind of penetrates the hair, more noticeable even while you use it, if you rub it into your, massage it into your hair. And then after washing it out and then drying my hair, I remember being so impressed even from the very first moment. It really softens hair noticeably. It doesn't create as much of a shine. That's maybe the only thing that's missing a little bit from it. But it really softens and just nourishes without being too heavy. I have repurchased this and it probably will remain my favorite hair treatment for a while. This is so perfectly suitable for my hair. Love it. Right, and on to the face products. And I have one cleanser that I finished. And it is a popular one in Korea. This whole brand is very popular. And honestly, no one talks about them ever for some reason. And I suspect this because they don't really care that much about the Western market so far. So they don't work with Western influencers and they're not on TikTok or whatever. So not that many people know about them, outside of Korea, that is. And it is the FATION No Scar 9 Cleansing Gel. I like this a lot. I think it's not for everyone because it is a tiny bit drying. Now this is, when I bought it, I thought it would be a non-foaming cleansing gel for whatever reason. I just thought it would be more like a micellar cleansing gel, but it's just a normal foaming cleanser, honestly. And it is one that I think will work very well if you have oilier skin. The whole No Scar 9 line is meant to target mostly sensitive skin that is still oily and acne prone. Honestly, it's a hard skin type to live with because you want to combat your acne, but at the same time, you have to be very careful with actives and things like that. This really does do a very good job cleansing the face very thoroughly. And it contains a couple of soothing and antibacterial and anti-inflammatory ingredients. So I really, really enjoyed this, which is also why I finished it quite quickly, because I used it pretty much consistently for a while every day and was very, very happy with that as my only cleanser. And it really just leaves the skin very refreshed and very clean, which also means, again, I think for dry skin people, not as well suited, but it is a beautiful, pretty gentle and very thorough second step cleanser for oily to combo potentially also normal skin. And I have two toners. The first one is this one from Skin 1004. And this one is the Madagascar Centella Toning Toner. Love this a lot. It's a very light toner, so it's quite watery and suited more for oilier skin, I would say. But for those types of skin, for those skin types, I think it's just a very gentle but sort of slightly exfoliating, but still quite hydrating toner. It doesn't offer super intense hydration because it's very light, but it just gives you kind of a wash of hydration and moisture that feels very refreshing. I like to use this in summer. I would repurchase this for sure. Just have so many toners to go through, so not at the moment. But it also usually is quite affordable. So this is a good one that, yeah, I enjoyed a lot. And then we have I definitely made a video about this one. It's the P.CALM Barrier Cycle Toner, which for a while was quite popular, but I haven't heard much about it in a while. Maybe they just don't send out as much PR anymore. As an influencer, you can tell after a while when something gets hyped that it's because the brand send out a wave of PR. At the moment, Anua has sent out that peach serum, that pink peach serum. And guess what? Suddenly it's all over TikTok and everyone loves it. Came out of left field for me because it's not a popular product in Korea. The peach serum, the toner is, but not the peach serum. I don't think anyone... I've never seen it trending in Korea, but now, yeah, it's like supposedly the best glass skin serum. I don't know. Anyway, that's another topic. let's go back to this one. Whether or not it's influencer-driven hype, I really, really enjoyed this. I bought it myself ages ago. It took me a while to finish this one as well, because you only need a little bit. It's not one of those toners where you kind of need a lot, even though it's quite watery. And I always enjoy this when I use it. It is very, very soothing. So if you have sensitive skin, this is a big, big recommendation. It's alcohol-free, fragrance-free. P.CALM in general has very gentle products. I also really like their moisturizer, which I haven't finished yet. I'm close though. And yeah, they just really formulate their products very carefully, I find. And they're just wonderful at combining a lot of soothing and calming ingredients with hydrating and nourishing ingredients. This one is not so much nourishing, but I do think it could still work for someone with dry skin, because it is quite hydrating for such a light toner. So yeah, another like for sure. And now I have all sorts of serums and ampoules. So let's see how quickly I can go through those. First up is this one, which I also don't think many people talk about. This was part of a box I got. I think it was the Olive Young box in some month. I don't remember. But it's not one that I would have necessarily bought myself predominantly, because it's quite expensive. It's like $70 at Olive Young. So this is the, where's the brand? Oh yeah, BIOHEAL Probioderm Tightening Collagen Serum for tension up and skin firming. It was okay. It just was okay. This trended quite a bit on Olive Young. I think both the Korean and the global website. BioHeal is a CJ brand. So CJ is the big chaebol, the big conglomerate that Olive Young belongs to. So it's like a home brand, and more like a, not fully premium, but a pricier home brand. I've tried a couple of their products. There's another one in here actually that I've also finished. And I really like their products. I think they're very, very good quality. A lot of them are Kolma Korea made. So that's a very reputable Korean manufacturer that does all those sunscreens that you love. And yeah, I like the product. However, this one, I just felt it was just a hydrating serum. There wasn't anything firming to me in it. I didn't really find it specifically very firming or plumping compared to other hydrating ampoules I've tried. It's kind of comparable to the Atoderm serum, which I also kind of feel meh about. But it is a lot pricier than the Atoderm serum because it contains, special low molecular super collagen. I don't know. I didn't even read through the whole thing, but it's got these tiny, teeny beads, white beads, that basically dissolve into the formula. If you want a really good collagen ampoule, go for the CKD ampoule, which is usually on sale for like $20-30. It's much, much better and kind of just worth the price more, I would say, than this one. It's only 30 ml, and again, it usually costs around like $70. It's nothing special. Next up is this one, which is from AESTURA, a brand that is quite hyped in the West at this point in time. Took a while, but now thanks to the cream being so popular, and the cream is fantastic, more people know about AESTURA, which makes me very happy because it's a great brand. It's an Amore Pacific brand, sort of like a clinical brand or a Derma brand. And this is the A-Cica 365 Blemish Calming Serum, which I loved, absolutely loved. Would repurchase this. Again, just have too many things to finish, too many things to get through. One thing you need to know about it, which might turn some of you off, is that it contains a bit of alcohol. Now, to me, weirdly enough, that didn't make it in any way, shape, or form a bad formula. Like sometimes I find alcohol a little bit drying if it's not a well-formulated product. Here, you don't even notice it. And this is actually very, very creamy and very hydrating plus moisturizing. It's A-Cica ampoule, so it contains a Centella asiatica complex. And I feel with the AESTURA products from the Cica line, it's the same with the balm. Somehow the Cica in it is just kind of more high quality than in some other Cica products. I instantly notice how this calms down my skin, and I instantly notice how it helps with taking down inflammation and redness. It's beautiful. It is a little bit pricier, but I do think with AESTURA, the quality is there to justify the higher price. So if you can afford something high price and you're not scared of the alcohol in it, which I think unless you're super sensitive, you shouldn't be, honestly, because I didn't even notice it because it's overall so hydrating and wonderful. This to me is a product I would recommend wholeheartedly, really, and I would repurchase it again. I just have too many things on my shelves. Then we have this one, which looks kind of gross. I'm sorry, I touched it a lot, apparently, looking at all the fingerprints. I don't know, do other people, I've seen this on TikTok, where people kind of clean their skincare products. I must admit, I rarely do this unless they get very disgusting. Maybe that's a terrible thing. Have I confessed something disgusting? I don't know. I mean, I clean everything else, but just, I don't know. I have so much stuff. Anyway, when I use something up, it usually doesn't look presentable necessarily. Okay, so this is the CNP Laboratory Propolis Energy Active Ampoule. This I bought as a 1+1 pack from Olive Young when it was on sale, so I got a really good deal on it. Usually it's quite pricey. It's very popular in Korea. It's one of the most popular Propolis ampoules and has been for many, many years. CNP, another neglected, in the West, neglected K-beauty brand that is incredibly impactful in Korea domestically. I don't know why so few people talk about CNP products because they're actually really, really great. This one, I have to say, I didn't find it that impressive. I've tried other Propolis products. I've tried the Cosrx toner and the ampoule. I've tried the by Wishtrend one and another one, and I can't think of the brand, but I've tried like 4 or 5 different ones. Oh yeah, the Dr. Surical? Yes, Dr. Surical Propolis ampoule, which is excellent. Compared to those, I don't think this is as good. First of all, usually Propolis ampoules have almost like a sticky, oily quality that I absolutely love, especially in winter. This is a gel formula. So I'm just kind of skeptical about the Propolis content, I think, because usually with a high Propolis content, you can't really help but get that slight oily feeling. So I don't know. I just didn't find that it did the things that Propolis usually does for my skin. It wasn't as nourishing, it didn't feel as soothing, and it didn't really help calm down, especially sort of areas of breakouts that I had as effectively as especially the Cosrx and the Dr. Surical one. Compared to those, I just wouldn't rank it as highly. It's a fine hydrating ampoule, but it's really just fine. And I don't quite understand the hype, to be honest. Didn't really work for me. I still have one full-size bottle left, so maybe I just continue using it and wait to see maybe what the hype is about. I don't know. But at this point, after finishing one of these bottles, don't think it's worth the price. Next up is, a product I really, really like. And it's this one. Again, why is no one talking about this? Maybe I just haven't seen people talk about it. More people need to know about this because it's excellent. And it's the all-natural Houttuynia Cordata Care Serum. All-natural, another brand that falls under the radar a little bit. I tried their toner, which is excellent. Their toner pads, which are wonderful. And this serum is also no exception. Main ingredients, obviously, Houttuynia Cordata or heart leaf. And it's such a wonderfully calming serum. One of the products that very noticeably helps with my redness and just has an instant soothing effect. It's a very simple gel texture that just hydrates very nicely, maybe not super intensely, so don't expect too much from that angle. But if you tend towards redness, then this is a really great product to have. It's also very, very gentle. So it really just has minimal ingredients, alcohol-free, fragrance-free, all that good stuff that most of you prefer. And it's not the cheapest, but you can find it on sale usually. And it really lasted a long time. This is 55 milliliters. And for some reason, it lasted so long, even though I did use it quite a bit. So I don't know what the magic behind that is. Maybe it's very concentrated and I just didn't notice that I just used less, but it took me a while to finish it, even though, again, I do use it quite a lot. I really like this one. Minimalist, simple, but just so effective as a soothing, gently calming, anti-inflammatory serum. One of the best heart leaf products I know. Honestly, I think it's better than the hyped Anua toner. Controversial? I don't know, but I stand by my opinion. And then we have another Round Lab A-Cica product. I had actually forgotten that this is in here and that I finished it. This is the serum or ampoule. I really should have looked that up. I always forget that Round Lab only writes their stuff in Hangul. So just sitting here. I should really learn Hangul. I really should. I feel bad that I still haven't learned Hangul. Apparently it's not that difficult to learn. I just have to sit down and actually do it. Because it would help right now. Because it's probably written it's probably English. And it has an English name, but they write it in Hangul, of course, because it's for Koreans. So this is the Round Lab A-Cica ampoule that I already mentioned when I talked about the body wash, and I really do love this a lot. Round Lab is another interesting brand. Sometimes it gets kind of an upsurge in mentions from Western influencers. Certainly the Birch Moisturizing Sunscreen, most people know, and it's really good, but given how popular they are and consistently popular they are in Korea, what a reliable brand they are for people with sensitive skin, acne-prone skin. Men really like the brand because it's kind of clinical, sort of unisex. It's surprising that not more of their products are being hyped up in the West and on TikTok. This ampoule is really good for people with oily skin. If you have breakouts, because it's very soothing, very calming. It contains pine extract plus A-Cica complex, both very good as antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant extracts that really help with breakouts and kind of taking down the aggressive sort of inflammation around acne breakouts. And it's also really hydrating, a little bit moisturizing, mostly hydrating, and extremely gentle overall. When I used this for the first time, I remember distinctly how surprised I was that it just felt like an instant soothing effect is what I got with it. And that just continued whenever I used it. I bought this in a 1+1 value pack. And honestly, unlike the C&P Propolis ampoule, with this one, I'm really glad I have another one because I very happily will continue to use this. It's beautiful. The whole series, the A-Cica or Cica Pine, I have to look it up. I'll write it down somewhere. The whole series is wonderful if you have sensitive and acne-prone skin. Huge recommendation. Right, and then we have another BIOHEAL product. It's the Panthenol Cica Blemish ampoule, which I feel I've shown you before as well. Pretty sure I have, because it is another favorite of mine. This is, I think, the third, definitely third, because I had a double pack before. Third bottle of this, and I would happily always repurchase this if, again, I didn't have so much to get through. This one, the reason why it's so good is because it both moisturizes and hydrates. Technically, it's formulated more for oilier skin types. It contains Cica, and it's called a Blemish ampoule, although Blemish usually actually more in Korea refers to hyperpigmentation. But in this case, I think it's more actual blemishes because of the Cica, which is mostly in Korea and also really the rest of the world for soothing, but also an antibacterial and anti-inflammatory extract, which is just great for acne and breakouts. It definitely has hydrating properties galore, but it also contains ceramides, which is why I find it so rich and really moisturizing. What it's also really fantastic at is soothing. It contains panthenol and a couple of other soothing extracts, and you can really feel that it's just kind of like a skin remedy when your skin is just kind of having a bit of a freak out. This works wonders if you have dry skin, but also get breakouts. Another really hard to deal with skin type, because what can you use? If it's too rich, it will break you out. But if it's not rich enough, you will get dry skin, which then damages your skin barrier. Just nightmare. This is a big recommendation for that skin concern because it can help repair the skin barrier. It can help calm down redness. It will hydrate, moisturize, support skin barrier health, and it will help. It won't heal your breakouts because unless you use actives and have a lot of patience, acne won't heal itself overnight, but it will help simply by bringing down the redness and just really help your skin overall to heal and repair thanks to the really great ingredients. Wonderful product. Again, confused why no one talks about it. Anyway, I'm talking about it. I just don't have that many people listening to me, but yeah, highly recommended. Only 2 more products. We're almost through. And this one, oh God, it also looks terrible. Oh God. Okay. Anyway, this is the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. I'm very proud of myself for finishing this because it took forever because it's 75 ml. I did use this a lot. So it's not because I didn't like it, but just because it's a lot and you don't need much for each use. Youth to the People a while ago sent me a couple of things in PR. And I think they then afterwards instantly took me off their PR list. Because some of the products I just didn't like that much. Sorry. So yeah, no more Youth to the People products. It's fine. It happens. This one I really, really like. Out of the products that they sent me, this is the only one I really like. The other products I just found, to be honest, given the high price point, I found very mediocre. And I don't quite understand why they're so extremely hyped. They're not bad. They're in fact absolutely fine. But it's really pricey stuff, I find. This I would absolutely repurchase. In fact, I've already kind of checked if there are any sales. Maybe I can snatch it up for a reduced price because I would be very sad to lose it in my routine. This is an overnight mask, so you kind of use it like a sleeping mask, but basically it has the texture and consistency of a regular moisturizer, sort of creamy and not too heavy. And what it does and why it's so good, I actually wrote a blog post about it a long time ago. What it does is that it really helps bring out it kind of brightens and kind of brings out the vitality of your skin really beautifully. And I really love it so much for that. To me, the only Youth to the People product that convinced me, but it convinced me 100%. So this one I absolutely love and it deserves the hype. And then I have one that I cut up. because I really wanted to get the last drop out. And it's the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream. Now this is actually a special size. Usually it comes in a tub in like a really special packaging. And this was kind of a freebie with the main cream, but I actually preferred it in this tube. So I'll use this up first and still have the full-sized, beautiful cube-sized cream sitting on my shelf, thankfully, because I really, really like this. I've raved about this before, so I'll keep it short, also because the video gets too long otherwise. It's already long. This is wonderful for especially combo skin. So this really is a fantastic moisturizer if you have combo skin, because it just sits very nicely between being too moisturizing, too rich, but still being rich enough to provide a lot of moisture. It has a beautiful, sleek, creamy, but again, more on the gel side, sort of milky, creamy texture. And it works so well under makeup. It is a really fantastic makeup prep, foundation prep step. Just, I love this so, so much. I really think it is worth the hype. Laneige has been impressing me a lot lately. I will continue to use this for sure. And that was it for today, my empties, my skincare empties. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here, it would be great, of course, if you could stick around, subscribe. It just helps us smaller creators grow and be seen on this platform. And I hope to see you again next week. Leave a comment, leave a like. That also always helps. I like to talk to you in the comments as well. Otherwise, I see you again next week for another video. Until then, take care. Bye.